Coming up, I'm going to show you a simple way of rescuing really noisy images. Hi folks, welcome. Today I thought I'd edit this picture of a fox for you. It's really noisy and I'd love to show you how it's done, or at least how I do it. And at the end of the tutorial, I put a lovely little clip on for you. Now let's open the picture in RAW. Click open. There it is. Now we'll make a copy of this. That's a background copy, Control and J. There's your copy at layer 1. We'll just shrink that menu using that button there. We'll crop the image now. So I'm going to crop it down to 16:9, which is good for most screens, because I'm going to use this on a Facebook. So let's just crop it and move it about now. I'm going to click the button at the top, and that's my image cropped. I'm going to use the spot healing tool now, and we're just going to clean up the image a little bit. We'll use the Alt tool now, the Alt key, and we'll put the cross next to it. Sample the area right next to where we're going to heal. And just rub down, and you can see it moving there. It duplicates some things, but you just have to go back over it again. So I'm going to just quickly go around the image now to save time. Spot healing the fur and some of the other things as well. Notice I'm resampling all the time. Click on the layers icon at the side and shrink back. Now filter at the top. We will denoise the image. I'm going to topaz, denoise AI. That will come up now. And that's how noisy the original image is. How bad is that? I'm going to remove the noise now by moving the slider. I want to just keep going back and sampling this and just seeing the best I can get out of this image. And when you're ready, click apply in the bottom right there. You just keep doing it how your image looks, obviously. And there's the image now. Take a moment away from the video because I've made you this info card. And one of my favourite facts on it, my foxy facts, is that foxes have retractable claws. So for more creative wildlife content, please consider subscribing and give me a like if you like. Furthermore, we run a wildlife group on Facebook called Northwest Wildlife Watchers, and I'm going to put a link in the description below. Finally, I put a lovely little clip at the end for you to watch after the tutorial, by the way, that is. So meanwhile, talk about tutorial, let's get back to it. Back to the image. Filter at the top. Straight into camera raw filter, which is like your Lightroom. And we will just do some adjustments using the sliders. Brighten it up with the exposure. Individual to each image, obviously. We can play with these sliders until you can get your best looking image you can. This is the basic panel. The global, meaning the entire image, it will affect more than anything. So this is for demonstration purposes. I'm just going to tune this now. There's your vibrance. Always just add a little bit of vibrance. 10 to 20 maybe, just depending. Slide it up and down, see what fits. And just keep tuning how you like it. You can go into the colour mixer palette here, and I've got it on saturation, and because it's a fox and because I'm seeing a lot of greens, I'm just going to turn the greens down a little bit on this one, and maybe just add a little bit of orange just to make the fox pop a little bit. After that, I will go to the effects. If you click this, it puts a vignette around your image. I will demonstrate the effects of the vignette slider. Far right, far left. So what you want to do with a vignette, if you want to apply it to the darkest side, but as soon as you notice it, slide it back a little bit. You don't want to notice a vignette, but you do want to put one on, and that is how it looks after they applied a vignette. Use the Z key and the mouse button to move the image in and out. Use the space key to move the image around the screen. And if you use the F key, it toggles between the viewing screen. Just press it once, twice, 3 times. I want to open up the layers again. Control J, make another copy of what I've just done. And now I'm going to go further with this image. I'm going to select the subject. I'm going to blur the background behind the fox ever so slightly. So I need to select the fox. I'm just going to fine tune the selection using the select and mask at the top. And you can see now I'm using the refine hair button. And I'm just going to go around the image now, just fine tuning it. But for demonstration purposes, I'm not going to do the perfect job. Using the 3 brushes at the top left. And the Alt key switches between the plus and minus. I'm just going to try and select some more of the hair. You can play with these 3 brushes and fine tune your image as well. Once done, click OK, and there's your selection. I'm now going to make a mask on the top layer, and this is where the duplicate layer comes in and made. Go to the layer underneath the mask you've just made. Now we can blur, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and you can put this as high or as low as you feel. The demonstration now, this is full on blur, and see what it does, and then back to 0. So I'm just going to put this up around 2.2, something like that, just to take the edge off it at the back and make that fox pop a little bit more. Control Shift Alt and E, that'll make a stamp layer. That is a picture of everything you've done basically. Back into the camera raw filter now to just do another adjustment on the denoised and blurred image. Just double checking, just going back in. Once you're happy, click OK. I'm now going to show you before and after. That's the original image. So I've just dragged one of the layers up. Click it on and off there. After, before. And there's the final image. I hope you like it. I do. It's a big improvement on the noisy one we started with. And now coming up, that video I promised you, which I love.